Hi, and welcome to another edition of TC Muzique. We're live in the studios here, July, what's the day, 6th? It's the 6th of July. I hope everyone had a good 4th. And we're doing one of our one-off shows throughout the midst of the summer season. We'll be doing one-offs and repeating a lot of the previous programs that a lot of people have missed, unfortunately. So tune in regularly, Thursdays at 9 p.m. It's Thursday right now at 9:02 or 9:01 plus, and we're going to give you some upcoming events in the cities. This is our TC Beat segment. And I think I'll touch on Friday to begin with the weekend, because Thursday, right now it's 9 o'clock. If you haven't got anything planned now, then you're going to stay home and watch the 10 o'clock news and turn in and watch Letterman or something. So for Friday night, tomorrow, 7/7/89 at Bandana Square, the Minneapolis Chamber Symphony performs a free concert at 7:30. It's outdoors, so bring some bug spray. And, you know, for the adventuresome, you can get out there and hear some nice chamber music. Friday and Saturday at Bunkers, fabulous Minnesota Barking Ducks. They're legendary. At the Caboose, ipso facto. Friday, Saturday as well at the Fine Line are the Blues Busters, featuring Freebo, Catfish Hodge. Brian Auger plays keyboards in that group, if a lot of people might not be aware of that. Minnetonka Marriott Hotel, Lamont Cranston is having a Bob Tila Drop concert at 8:30. That starts. At Nicollet Island, PJ and the Magic Bus, outdoors. That starts at 7 p.m. At Northrop Plaza tomorrow night, Steve Jordan with his special guest El Rio Jordan. He's an incredible accordion player from south of the border. So if you're into a strange Tex-Mex mix of accordion music, check into it. It starts at 8 o'clock out on the plaza at Northrop. River Place has the Stud Brothers outdoors. St. Anthony, Maine has Dr. Mambo's Combo outdoors starting at 7 o'clock. And 7th Street has the Lovelies with special guests Nirvana and Bricklayer Cake. How about Saturday, 7/8/89 at the Caboose? Soca Calypso Madman Crazy is going to be there from Trinidad and Tobago. He's going to be wild, so check it out if you're in the world beat. At the Hyatt, a special concert with Trip Shakespeare, the Gear Daddies, and Run Westy Run, a triple bill that's, you know, meant to kill people. At River Place, Mary Jane Alm with Too True from 7 till 10. That's outdoors. At St. Anthony, Maine, outside is Patty Peterson with her guests Spang-a-Lang. And that's on from 5 p.m. till 10. So you've got a lot of things going on in the evening. 7th Street Entry Friday night or Saturday night has the Frogs with Elvis Hitler and Three Car Garage. And at the Walker Art Center on Saturday night is a real special concert with incredible guitar player Bill Frisell Band. Bill Frisell leads a bunch of vanguard musicians out of New York City with incredible music. So if you're really into the avant-garde or the neo-classic wave of, you know, instrumental music coming out, then check out Bill Frisell at the Walker Art Center. That starts at 8 o'clock. On Monday, we're going to skip Sunday because Sunday's a pretty light day in music around the cities, and a lot of people are going to need to recuperate from the weekend to get ready for Monday because it's pretty busy. Loring Park opens up its Movies and Music in the Park series on Monday the 10th with the Gear Daddies, and their movie is Blonde Venus with Marlene Dietrich, a 1932 classic. Should be real interesting. The band starts at 7 o'clock. They play for about an hour, and then the movie starts at around dusk, so around 9:30. Bug spray is recommended. First Avenue, Concrete Blonde with House of Freaks, and in the entry, Peter Himmelman's going to do an acoustic set. So any of your Himmelman fans, get on out there and check that out. Also, on Monday night, Nicollet Island is going to have the Michael Monroe Band for you jazz buffs, and that starts at about 7 o'clock. On Tuesday, the Fine Line has the Mississippi Delta Blues guitar king Spencer Boren. He's going to play a concert at the Fine Line on Tuesday. At the Met Center, for you rockers, Cinderella, Winger, and Bullet Boys. It's a triple bill, and that starts at 7:30. Winger has a couple of really hot players in it, Rob Morgenstein on drums, and Reb Beach plays guitar on it. It's a pretty incredible band. Cinderella's been making some news lately because their albums are starting to become a little bit more formulative. I think they're starting to use a little bit more of the old Journey shtick in there to keep their album selling. At the Caboose Bar, the Barbecue Kegger is going on every Tuesday night throughout the summer. Barbecue Keggers. This week, House of Mirrors, Thunderbats, Patrick Tanner, Toe Jammers, Clear Confusion. If you can't get more entertainment for your money, plus barbecue and beer, then I'd say it's time to find a new city. At the entry, new band night. There's like 4 or 5 new bands that play there on Tuesday nights as well. So check out the entry if you're into new music. On the 12th, 10,000 Maniacs will be playing inside the Northrop Auditorium. So if you're into the Maniacs, 10,000 Maniacs at Northrop. With no further ado, and without very much else to say, let's go right now to our special guests in studio, the Crops.
Hi, Skip.
The thunderous applause from the 5th floor live audience. They're watching on monitors up there. We can't hear them down here, but they are clapping. Why don't you introduce yourselves and tell everybody what you play?
Well, since I'm first here, I'll introduce myself first. My name is Kent, and I play the bass.
My name is Charlie. I play the trumpet, Charlie Schneeweiss.
What's your favorite color? If you could be any animal, what animal would you be? Charlie was featured in Tiger Beat magazine in the 1970s. My name is Scott Yoho, and I play the guitar in the Crops.
I'm Randy Benson, and I play the saxophones in the Crops. My favorite color is blue, and I wish I had a Cadillac, but I don't.
All in good time.
Mhm.
Good things come to those who persevere. There seems to be one person short, and this could pertain to our trivia question here. Does someone in this group have a trivia question for our
I have
audience?
one. I'll raise my hand.
Go ahead.
Our trivia question for the evening, and of course you can call in, right? The
You certainly can.
viewers
You can
may call in and
Throw
participate.
the number up there. It's 521-9886.
There it is under your name.
You can
Okay.
call in now if you have an answer before we ask it if you're psychic.
Yeah, but the trivia question of tonight is, who is missing in this group? There are 5 Crops, and there's only 4 here. Who's missing?
What's wrong with this?
Call us now and tell us.
Call us now at 521-9886, and you can win a valuable prize. You guys want to give something of yours away?
Yeah,
Let's give
yeah.
something to yours.
We can give something away. I've got a
How
couple
about that
of great
camera?
cars out in the lot if you want to go out there and check those out. But why don't you, what do you want to give them?
What do we have?
We'll give them a copy of our fine debut record, now available in stores.
There it is.
Oh,
On
yes.
what
We
label?
have a tight
On
shot on
Atomic Theory Records.
We know that name well, Atomic Theory. We've done a lot of work with the people over there. Boiled and Lead records on
That's
that
right.
label, and Willie
Murphy.
records on that label. And
Mm.
they've got
Becky
another-
Thompson,
Becky Thompson.
the New International Trio.
That's the one I was thinking of. That's
Tons
the
of
CD
stuff.
I've heard.
Quite a stable.
Tons of
So
stuff.
how did you guys get involved with Atomic Theory Records?
Well, one night we were playing at the 400 bar, and Willie came up to us after a set and said, "Hey, do you guys ever do any recording?" And we said, "Yeah." And so we played him a tape, and it was that easy.
Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Where did the band actually start? Before we get to the
Ah.
label talk,
I thought that's what you asked.
we
I
could
got
prob-
excited.
we could probably
In fact,
start
I
with-
think I've wet myself. I
Where
don't
did
know.
this band begin?
I think it
Who's-
either began in my basement or in Charlie's living room. Which was it?
Both.
Charlie's living
My
room.
living room.
Charlie's room.
Which
yeah.
at the time was in your basement.
That's right.
which
That's
was
what
also
it
the
was. That's
publishing
why I
house
was
for Tiger
confused.
Beat magazine.
Yeah.
Yes. That was
what you
about
read.
4.5
Not
years
true.
ago or so. Or
Let's
maybe
try
even
line
5.
1. We might have an answer to our
Oh, yeah.
riddle here.
Great.
Line 1, you're on the air.
Hi, my name's Jane Doe.
Hi, Jane.
And would that be Greg Traxler, the answer to your trivia question?
You've
She's
won a
got
new
it.
car.
You've won some free crop stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have a question for the guys?
Yeah. Let's see. Who's the oldest guy in the band?
Is that my mom?
There's a pertinent question. Who's the oldest guy?
Well, that would be me. I'm 39 years old, and our ages range all the way down to Scott, who's what,
12.
17?
Career.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to kind of keep that under wraps so I can get into the bars,
Yeah.
but I am 12 years old.
Well, thanks for calling in. If you'll just hang on, we'll get some information for you, and we'll get you some crop stuff.
Thanks for calling, Jane.
Thanks.
Jane Doe.
Let's take line 3 while
Like
they're
that.
holding, too. We got 3, right, Katie? Okay. Hi, you're live on the air.
Am I too late to guess?
Well, go ahead and try.
Is it Ollie North?
No, I'm afraid not, sir. Do you have a question for the band?
Does the band have any influences? Like, what types of bands do y'all listen to?
Good question. Thanks for calling, and
Okay.
we'll ask them that off the air here. What kind of influences, since we're talking about the formative years, I mean, that sure would have an idea what direction the band decided to go.
We're a horn band. I always listen to horn things, Tower of Power,
Sure.
Chicago,
With a
flavorings
trumpet?
like that.
What other horns besides?
Sax and trumpet.
I see. So Tower of Power was an influence.
Any rhythm and blues, any gospel.
Primarily groups that were featured in Tiger Beat and Teen Beat magazines.
Same for you, Charlie?
Some of those, yeah.
Was it the same for you, Tower of Power, or the horn bands?
When I was a kid, sure, I'd listen to things with horns.
BS&T, Chicago.
Sure.
A Maynard
yeah.
Ferguson fan?
Yeah, at a point, sure. Higher, louder, faster.
I think all that
Trills
Beatles
can be-
stuff was pretty...
I hated the Beatles until I listened to them a few times.
There you go.
I was that young.
So what happened after you two guys decided you'd start a group together?
Well, the three of us had played together in St. Cloud a number of years ago on Airtight, which is a rhythm and blues band
Sure.
up in St. Cloud. And actually Trax was in another group in the same town. And I forget if it was before then or after then. When was New Deal?
Regardless, we all moved to Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And then,
So it started at St. Cloud Base.
Then we
right?
put
You
an ad in
started
the
at
paper.
St. Cloud, playing up there at
yeah.
the carpet.
Well, the deal
and
was
press.
is the drummer and Charlie and Randy were in the same group, which I auditioned for and didn't get the job.
let's just move up to Minneapolis. Let's just
Whoa!
It's some bad blood.
I don't
Skim
yeah,
over
let's
that
not
part.
let's not
The
talk
air
about
is
that.
getting a little slick. in
Oh,
here. Let's take line 3.
Yeah, quick.
Hi. Hi, you there? Hi, are you there? Hi, you're on live with TC Muzique. I hear the line open.
I hear some breathing.
They're just
There's
listening.
some breathing there. Maybe that's
You get
Trax.
obscene phone calls
Is
a
that
lot.
Trax calling in?
Maybe that might
We told him to call in.
He's playing at River Place
Well,
right now.
if you missed us there, try calling back. We'll get back to you. So you 3 guys, where did you come in the picture?
Well,
Being the old man, I would
I
think
asked-
that you would have a strong hand in the formative stages of this.
I was
outfit.
nowhere to be found in the formative stages. I was off somewhere in a different part of the country.
You were probably in India.
I may have been, but who knows. Anyway, I moved to Minneapolis in '83, and I answered an ad in the paper. And Scott had put the ad in. And as it turned out, I also played bass, so it worked out quite well.
So the ad in the paper scheme was that.
Yeah, we were actually looking for a bass player.
That's what we
and
call
he actually
struggling
played the
artists.
bass.
When you're out there trying to knock down doors and get people to hear what you're doing without a complete band working.
Yes.
Did you put the group together and then start playing right away, or did you rehearse extravagantly before you started getting gigs, or was it working your way up from parties, that sort of thing?
All of those.
Sounds like our life.
That's exactly what it was.
Mostly in the
yeah.
basement once a week.
Our first gig was at a party that our good friend Scott Goyle threw, and did we have to pay for the beer on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, we had to pay for that.
That was the
We had to
infamous
pay to
first
play.
gig.
That was
then,
the
huh?
first gig.
The very
yeah,
first
yeah,
group. Was
yeah.
that with the whole nucleus intact, the 5-piece?
I believe so.
Trax was there that-
We had a different drummer.
Dave.
Dave was our drummer.
We had
Dave.
our original drummer was Dave, and I believe Drover. I think I just said, but it was drummer, and he played at the one party at Scott's house, I think.
So starting from an influence of horn music, or horn influence with him in blues, what's brought it out to this finality here? We have vinyl, we have tape, we have T-shirts, CDs,
Not yet.
Not yet.
but in the future probably. But this is a lot of music on one disc. I gave it a listen, and I was amazed at the intricacy and the variance from piece to piece. It wasn't your standard 5-piece rhythm and blues type music. It went a lot of directions.
If I may inject here, we, us being musicians, we go out and see other bands, and I find myself being bored after from 10 to 30 minutes, no matter how good the music
go.
is. If they're only playing the same style,
Mhm.
I get bored very fast. So we didn't want to become guilty of that. So we try to never be boring. Keep mixing it up. Everything from classical to jazz to heavy metal.
It's incredible, some of the time signatures and some of the chromatics that were happening. There was a marimba. Did I hear marimba on that record?
Yeah.
Heard some vibes on that record. You also heard Kent play the sitar.
That's right.
He actually did
Was
go
it
to
electric sitar?
India and
No, that was
study.
an
No, the
actual-
real
It was a
one.
real
A
sitar.
real sitar with
In
overdubs.
fact, it's on
it
one-
sounded like it could have been overdubbed.
Yeah.
Sounded like it did 2 tracks.
No, actually, we only did 1 track. on the
live.
sitar.
A live
Yeah,
tape?
It's on. I think it's on one of the pieces of music we're going to play tonight.
Okay.
Later on, we did a collaborative effort with one of these videos with our friend Scott Goyle, who's a videographer, cinematographer,
I see.
lives in town here.
Well, it's nice to have a creative channel as far as your visuals go that way. A lot of people that are struggling to get their first kind of stuff on video have no idea what kind of concept or image other than what they're exposed to on the usual VHS1 or MTV channels, and you end up with a real mixed bag of sort of the same stuff. It's like they take all of those ingredients that they've seen in previous videos, shake them up and throw them out, and they end up with something that seems pretty, it's easy to compare it to other videos. But when you've got somebody that's got a video concept in mind,
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming directly from the visual point of view. Speaking of visual point of view, let's try looking at that video. What's the name of the song?
It's the live one, Animals.
This one's Down with the Animals. It's videotaped with a camera at First Avenue a year and a half ago.
Is this your first video then?
This isn't a video. It's the only 3/4-inch tape we have.
Yeah. It's,
Okay,
And Scott doesn't
It's
get the
not
blame
real
for this
good.
one.
here
Scott
with-
didn't take these
This
pictures.
is not a video, this is a 3/4-inch tape, a magnetic tape with some images on it of the Crops playing some music at the main room, First Avenue.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that now. Here are the Crops on TC Muzique.
Down Down with the animals. Who needs them? Bobby is a botanist, makes $1 million grand. Gave away the money and started a band. I write a little letter, cross it with the T. Send it out forever in history. Bobby found it in the trunk of my car. Lost it again at the zoo. Someone fed it to an alligator, which I give as a gift to you. What do we do with the reptile? Dangle it by the tail? Put it in a bag and drown it? Or send it through the U.S. mail? Down with the animals. Up with me. Killing the mammals. 1, 2, 3. Bobby is the talk of the county. He rides an old V8. Gave away the Jaguar to an old Australian mate. The air was made on a Sunday during the matinee. This fat-headed guy's in love with you and traveling on the bed. Up with the animals, down with me, kissing the mammals. 1, 2, 3. Down with the animals.
Is that it? That was animals.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I liked it. That was animals with the crops. And there was no drummer in that video.
Well, you couldn't see him. You noticed that the cymbal was placed just so that you couldn't see his face, and there's a good reason for that.
Is he visually unappealing, or?
No more so than the rest of us, but his parents have been giving him money for night school for the last 4 years, and he's been coming over to Charlie's house and practicing it
So
instead.
no moondog.
So his real name
the
isn't
folks'
Greg
tuition,
Traxler.
right?
Yeah.
It's all.
We don't want his parents to find out about him.
So
Well,
it's-
that's what paid for the record.
John
Yeah.
Doe, the drummer in that group, was very good. Jane's wife. Jane's wife just called up here.
Gee, that went over real well, Scott.
And
There's no live audience. There'd be a lot of
They'd be
laughter,
laughing. Oh,
applause.
okay.
People like
What
that.
about the Latin percussionist off to the right of the screen there?
Mr. Steve Yeager.
Mr. Steve Yeager.
Yeah.
Ladies and
Percussion.
gentlemen,
No
thank you.
relation.
He got a big hand at
He-
the main room, I bet.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah,
plays
did you?
vibes on the Crops album here.
Yeah.
Does
Very-
he play with the group normally, regularly?
Whenever we go into the studio, he shows up.
He
Speaking
also-
of studios, we do have a common thread here that I think this is a good time to bring up. The studio recorded at houses a drum set that I owned, or still own, actually.
No.
Those are my stainless steel drums down in that studio.
In Stymie's house?
That's right.
Oh,
Wow.
those were lovely.
Did you play them?
Yes.
Are they on this
They're on
record?
this
They're on this
album.
record.
I was listening to the record and I was thinking, "God!" I didn't get to the very, very, very finest
That's why we're on
print
the show.
at the bottom where it says "engineered by Stymie," and I knew immediately who it was. And I thought, I just really wonder if that's. We're being visited.
Oh my
There's beings on the. Yeah. Here's
Oh my God!
Does this
Our
happen
live
all the
audience. What we need now is that big thing with 3 fingers to come up over the globe.
Take it away.
This is we're initiating our new deal here. Last show we had Fish Cam. This week it's Saucer Cam. Saucer Cam with our extra added attraction, the Lawrence Welk Bubble Dancers.
Feeling a little
So
queasy.
you'll see Saucer Cam cruise by every now and again. And we'd like to thank our incredible special effects team for putting that together. They are associated with Industrial Sound and Light.
Yeah,
or
let's
Industrial
have a
Light and
hand
Magic.
for them.
What, Industrial Sound and Light and Design and Magic or something. So, Stymie Studio, huh?
Yeah.
He's up to, has he got a 16 track? Or it's
It's just the hippest 8-track studio you'd ever want to go to.
I've talked to him over the course of the past couple of years from month to month, and he's always upgrading. He's always buying a new gadget.
Yeah.
I get him on the phone and say, "Hey, you should come down and see this new DBX I got." And it's like, "You got a noise gate. Okay, yeah, good for you." And it's like, it's a big thing. It's a real huge event for him. And
He's real enthusiastic and he really does good work. He works quick and can't say enough good things about him.
He's
He's a
done a
heck of
lot
a
of
nice
he's
guy.
done a lot of work out of his studio there too,
Yeah.
hasn't
The
he?
Bottle Rockets record.
The Bottle Rockets.
Reynolds
Future
Flipstick.
guests on our show,
There you
I
go.
might add. The Bottle Rockets.
That's why
It's a
we're
network.
Yeah. Reynolds
Yeah.
Flipsticks made a lot of records there, a lot of nice records there.
And all on my drums.
Stymie
Well,
drums?
most on my. Well,
Stymie told me just last week that he was going to come see us at Loring Park,
Yeah.
August
Loring?
14th.
August 14th at Loring Park.
Yeah.
You'll
We're gonna
be there?
We're going to be playing right in front of the movie there that
In
night.
front of the movie. For the Movies and Music series?
Oh, you
Yes.
bet.
At
movies-
Loring Park?
Yes.
Oh,
Hosted by the Walker Art Center.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
It's
What a
wonderful,
fun time.
It's a wonderful thing for the
Outside
whole family.
on the
Yeah.
concrete pad in Loring Park.
Oh, yeah.
Bring a blanket.
Bring a blanket and
What do
some
you think
beverages
about bug
and,
stuff? Yeah.
and bug stuff. DEET. Bring anything with DEET in it.
Or eat
DEET.
garlic.
It'll keep the ticks off the kids, and you'll have a good time out there.
Yeah.
And you guys will be playing. Hopefully, well, the last time an Atomic Theory band played out there, Boiled in Lead, their set was cut short by a huge storm. Huge thundercloud. I mean, the park police were down there with their beacons on saying, "Clear the area. We have severe thunderstorm warning." You know, and they're coming in, breaking over the park, and they're still up there playing away.
Yeah.
They just
Well,
couldn't get
we
enough
wouldn't
of it.
stop either.
No, I wouldn't.
no.
I wouldn't imagine.
Takes
I mean,
more
when you
than
get
that
into
to
the
stop
frenzy
us.
that's produced by such an eclectic group of musicians, I'm sure you're going to find that happens.
What the?
It's the Lawrence Welk Bubble Dancers.
What the?
Here they are. You thought they'd retired. You thought they'd gone away. You thought they'd moved back to the Dakotas. No, they're here in our studio. This
These
is
are
going to get my
non-toxic, I
notes
hope.
all wet too.
Golly, we should talk about some of our other gigs.
What
coming
other
up,
gigs
don't
are
you
coming up
think?
besides Loring Park? I mean,
Scott, I
map
bet you
people
know.
might think
way
that's
too
the only
much
place
fun.
you're playing.
Hey, that's the 14th of August. August 22nd, we're playing Kaufman Union from noon to 1. That's outside.
Outside
too.
on the plaza?
You'll be getting a good tan this summer.
Kaufman Union Plaza.
The 22nd, that night, we're at the Uptown Bar. And the 23rd, we're at the Five Corners Bar. That's on the west.
Those are all in August.
Those are all in August. For
You have the
month
month of July off for some reason.
Yeah.
We're all doing separate things between playing with Gene Pitney and the Fantastic Convertibles and all sorts of things.
The
Farm
convertibles.
accident.
Farm Accident.
You play in the Farm Accident?
Our drummist, our absent drummist, is
Yes.
in Farm Accident.
Look at this. Look at this one. It's like there's nothing to it.
Ghost.
It's a ghost bubble.
Randy's a member of the Fantastic Convertibles.
This is awesome.
And the rest of us are playing with Gene Pitney as well as tracks.
Gene Pitney. He's a star of some note. isn't he?
He's
Of magnitude.
Town Without Pity?
Charlie knows. He's seen him.
yeah.
You've actually touched him, haven't you? How was
Well, yeah, I've shook his hand.
it? Rush with Glory. There's another ghost bubble.
I played
Heck of a guy.
trumpet for him.
Heck of a guy.
So we wish all the best to the Crops. We think it's a great band, and here's to adventuresome music
hey,
in our lives. I mean, we don't get enough of it when you listen to stuff on the radio all the time. Or you get the stuff that's normally pushed down your throats by the local critics. Then you're not going to get outside to hear enough of this kind of stuff. I mean, there aren't a lot of sitars done on albums anymore. They
and I think for
kind of
good
fallen
reason.
by the wayside. I think Joe Walsh was the last one to use one, and look where he is now.
Yeah.
Right? Playing with Ringo Starr. So So there's a little.
Is he really?
Let
Yeah,
that be
he's
a
going on
lesson.
tour with
to you.
Ringo Starr.
That'll
Nils
be-
Lofgren
really?
and,
That'll be
and
fun.
Joe Walsh are playing in the
Those
band.
guys are
That
lucky.
sounds like fun.
That's what I
gonna
want to
be
do
a
when I'm old.
kick
Go
in
on
the
tour
tour.
with my friends.
That's the idea.
Sure, why not?
That's how you start in this business, right? Play with your friends,
Yeah.
boogie with your friends. So you guys have your album. It's all recorded. Anything else like that coming up?
We've got 18 tunes that we finished doing with Steve Felsted at Creation that we're real anticipatory about.
In the can. What? Address.
Hey.
Address.
Oh, yeah.
If you need information, crops information,
You can get on our mailing list.
you can get on their mailing list.
Write to us.
That
Write to
number
them.
again,
Zoom in. Zoom in on
13684.
that. They can't quite see it. Here, camera one.
Had this been an
Try
actual
camera
emergency,
one here. There we go. The crops.
you would have been instructed where to tune in your viewing area for
We'll get this in
information.
here too. We'll get a little visual of the. This is what the tape looks like.
Don't forget those tapes
That's
and
what the
records are available
Shadows
at
of
the
ball.
finer
And here's what the
record
album
and tape
looks like with
stores.
the full moon up there. That's a real nice touch there. Remember, that's 55414. We'd like to thank the Crops for being our special live
Hey.
guests in the studio tonight. Thanks for this record, guys. I've got one at home already, but I can give this one away for a Christmas present. This one.
Hey, they make
Not
swell
even that. That's
gifts.
Jane Doe's
They do make
album
swell
there, isn't
gifts. Jane Doe
That's her
won
album.
the stuff tonight. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for all the people that called in, all the people that watched. Remember to keep watching. We're on Friday morning at 11:30 in the morning too. So when you're waking up from your Thursday hangover, you can see what happened the night before, and you can also hear about stuff that's coming up in the cities and stuff that's happened in the cities as far as our repeat programs go. And all kinds of future guests are going to be coming on, and we're going to be doing one-off shows throughout the summer. And we'd like to thank Kate and
Bubble Man.
Dave, our Bubble Man. Let's
Dave
get
the
Dave
Bubble
in.
Man.
And Jazz with the bad back. He helped with the development of our saucer cam. Lynn, who actually was instrumental in our saucer cam. All the people in the studio. Greg and Marito and whoever did phones tonight. And
Scott Goyle.
Scott Goyle, who was a very big contributor in tonight's program. Stymie, I'll talk to you soon. I think I got a couple of months' rent coming on that. Don't stress. Thanks for watching TC Muzique, and have a good summer.
The sitar sounds are not that inside human grace. A moment of perfection in a broken place. Can we unite as one? Make the fragments whole. Sometimes beauty makes you, somehow beauty makes you. Sometimes beauty makes you say.